Welcome, beautiful womb sister. Thank you for joining me in part 3 of the 6-part womb wisdom series. Here in part 3, we're going to talk about the importance of contraction. The womb is dark. The womb is feminine. The womb is the nothing. The womb represents that contraction cycle. Everything in our universe cycles in expansion and contraction. Our breath is constantly doing this even. In breath, out breath. When I was a doula, it was so fascinating when I finally understood that the intelligence of birth was the balance of the expansion and the contraction, and that birth couldn't happen without the contraction. We often think of contraction in our lives and those contraction cycles as bad and wrong and something that we need and want to get out of. But what if I presented to you that those cycles were part of the larger cycle of you birthing new parts and new levels of the sacred self? We need the fallow seasons of our life as well as the fruitful seasons of our life. Mother Earth tries to explain this to us every time that we move through the cycles of the year. We have our fall and winter where everything dies and everything surrenders and everything gets quiet and empty, only then to be reborn in our spring and summer where everything comes back and is colorful and full and effulgent. In the culture that we live in, we want to be full and effulgent all the time. And any time that we go into that fallow season, when things feel like they are dying, or we're not being productive, we're not being successful, we think that something is wrong. And we fight that cycle that we're in order to get back to the fullness and the effulgent cycle. When you fight the natural cycles and the rhythms of your life, it will feel like you are in a tomb. It will feel like you are stuck. You are in the dark. You can't get out. Beautiful sister, what's really happening is you are in the womb. You are gestating. You are growing. You are being fed. You are being held. You are listening. You are receiving. You are in the feminine cycle, only then to be prepared for the masculine cycle of birth and giving and offering. So many women entrepreneurs, this womb-tomb reframe is key. When I give this to the women that I work with, it's like light bulbs go off for them in their soul wisdom, because the receptive cycles are part of the giving cycles. To fight those cycles when you don't feel like you are at your best is only then to keep that there because you are in resistance to it. So my offering to you is to understand that when you are not feeling productive, there's nothing bad, there's nothing off, there's nothing wrong. Surrender to that cycle so that you can be in the receptive phase, so that you can be filled up and downloaded with what it is that will help the gestation period and help you grow the next piece of your offering, the next chapter of your mission, the next cycle of your being, the next beautiful idea in your business. For when you begin to honor these cycles, you begin to embody truly the feminine. Too many of us in our culture, we try to be goddesses, but we're only running masculine energy. Bless your heart, bless your feminine, bless your womb.